turning to the Chicago Bulls, albeit with the minutes restriction and off the bench. The Bulls face off against the Charlotte Hornets in a game that they're trying to get back in the win column. We're going to talk about it all and more. And have some fun as only we can do. But right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content, which today it's game day, and the Chicago Bulls are taking on the Charlotte Hornets in Chicago before they go back out on the road. This is an important game as Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic are making their returns. And it's going to be the first little bit that we get to see how Zach LaVine can adapt to the new way the Chicago Bulls are trying to play basketball, right? So is it everything based off that? No, but we'll end up seeing how it comes down. This is going to be, especially with Vooch and Zach coming off the bench. I think this is probably going to be a one-game experiment, just to kind of get them back in rhythm, things like that, see how they respond. The Bulls then have 2 days off. They don't play again until Monday in Charlotte. So expect just to be looking really on how Zach LaVine plays with that new play style, how he meshes with the bench unit, things like that is going to be important. How many minutes does he play with that starting unit, that type of stuff? That's what we're looking for also in this game. But overall, really, really important game as far as how Zach can prepare for this. Now, it's the first game. If Zach does look horrible or anything like that, don't try to write the think pieces on Zach LaVine and everything. It's one game back. But, to see how he tries to fit in, it's going to be a big part of that. I do like the fact that he's coming off the bench initially first, kind of try to find his rhythm. We also need a little extra punch off the bench as well. So that kind of balances the scoring load as well for the Chicago Bulls. And Zach LaVine, for his credit, has said the right things so far. About wanting to come back, about adapting to the way they play. It's about talking about that's how they wanted to play in training camp. They just really hadn't gotten a chance to do it yet. So all those things, being a part of that, you really want to see the Bulls continue to just play the way that we know that they can, because that's our squad, man. And you want to see the Bulls play well. But let's go ahead and get some into the comments, how you guys are feeling about tonight. Let's see Zach playing good on his first game back. Hey, from your mouth to God's ears, my brother. See red, everyone. Let's get this dub. Let's hope the development continues and not see Pat or Kobe defer to Zach. I only want to see coming off screens, catching, and shooting. I mean, he's going to do some ball handling. Let's just be clear now. But I do think, and even when Zach LaVine does move back into the starting lineup, I think it's going to be important to get Zach about a 5-minute stretch with the bench unit going forward, because that way he can be that ball dominant player, right? Give Kobe a little chance to sit. Kobe's been playing basically 37 to 38 minutes per game here since Zach went down. So, take a little bit off of that, allow Zach LaVine to be that scorer that he likes to be in that stretch, and then play team ball when he's out there with the team. So far we've been seeing a lot of stretches of DeMar with the bench unit when everybody was healthy. And now that we're getting closer to that, see what Zach looks like with that bench unit, right? Because DeMar's shown he can fit in the new play style. Allow Zach to kind of acclimate by playing minutes with that bench unit, even when he does get back into the starting lineup. Anthony Vargas in the building says, Zach needs to shoot better on his first game back. What do you think? I think, well, it's the first game back. I'm not going to judge a whole lot based off the first game back. Being away from basketball for a month, there's some acclimating you got to do when you come back. That just is what it is. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Zach isn't the most efficient tonight. But we'll see. We'll watch that first step, watch things like that, and we'll see how Zach is acclimating and coming back to basketball. Absolutely, but I'll give him some slack being out a month. But if he's holding the ball, dribbling off his foot, blowing layups, and shooting contested shots with 18 seconds on the clock, he got to sit. JK just laid it all out there. That's funny. DJ Reese B says, just want to win tonight. Hey, bro, I feel you on that one. Definitely feel you on that one. Big 10. Let's see if they can keep the ball movement and open man take shots. Exactly, right? Move the ball around to find that open man, and then allow the open guy to be the one to take the shots, whoever it is, right? Regardless if it's Zach, if it's Vooch, if it's DeMar, if it's Kobe, if it's Pat, like open man, take the shots. And I think that helps with the confidence that we've been seeing build in this team as well. So you just want to see that continue. And if it does, this could be a Bulls team that, hey, we'll again, it's the Charlotte Hornets, right? That's what it comes down. We're facing the Charlotte goddamn Hornets, man. Y'all better be able to come in here and get a dub. What we talking about, yo? What is we talking about? DJ Reese B also chips in, we should be able to keep a nice pace and guys not look as sluggish with some of the roster coming back from injury. Completely agree with you there, brother. Completely agree, 100%. Hear me out. Why can't we go get Robert Williams, the big man that used to play for the Celtics? He is hurt, but monster and board, shot blocker, and good defense. You have to this isn't 2K. You can't just say, "Hey, I want that guy. Let me go get him." I think they're trying to keep and hold on to Robert Williams. I actually think he's part of their young core, and if they do move him, best believe it's probably going to be more than what the Bulls are willing to give up. So at the end of the day, man, it comes down to that, man. Vooch is back. No more no more Terry Taylor at the 5. Hey. Don't say that too soon. This is Billy Donovan coach team. Skiz in the building. What's good, Haize? Happy to see Vooch is back, but not so much LaVine. What do you think? Why does everybody ask, what do you think at the end? Listen, Zach LaVine is a 20-point per game scorer, and let's not act like Zach LaVine hasn't been efficient before. This team is gone. Have you not seen look at the losses, the 7 losses this team has had when Zach is out? Would an additional 20-point per game score help that? I'm not saying that it's automatically going to work. I'm just saying to act like it can't work is also missing something. There's a possibility that it can work. There's also a possibility it could be very, very ugly. But let's keep in mind when Zach was out, before he went down, he was shooting the worst he's ever shot in his career since his rookie year, I think. That you don't expect that to continue. DeMar was doing that too. DeMar's gotten much better. Vooch was doing that too. All 3 of those guys were shooting at the career low true shooting percentage. Guess what? The other 2 improved. There's reason to believe that Zach LaVine can improve as well. And it also helps him if he does truly want to get out of here. So Corey Barnes in the building says, I swear if we are in a situation where we're up by 1 at the end of the game and Zach does some stupid shit like take a 3 with 5 seconds left on the shot clock and like 7 seconds on the game clock, I'll break my TV. Listen, it's not that serious, yo. Like, why y'all working yourself up into already being upset? What we already upset about? Ain't shit happened yet. We in this bitch. What's going on, Sean? It's glad to have you in the building, brother. As a mate in the building says, what's up, Haize? Hope Zach buys into the new system. Hopefully. Hokage Obama says, for Zach, this is the best situation to be brought against a team against the lowly Hornets. Absolutely. Listen, the Hornets are fucking trash. But you can't overlook them because we found out what it is. Even though Drummond had ups and downs while being the starter, Vooch and Zach going to help us scoring when we need it. I feel like that's what we've been missing in most recent losses we had. Completely agree with you there, brother. Malik in the building says, I just found out you do Bears content, but real quick, are you Team Fields or Williams? Justin Fields all the way. But yeah, we have Chicago Bears Central. For those that don't, I guess many people don't look in the content tab. Also in the description of every video, we put the link to every other channel that we have. But Chicago Bears Central, Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Sky Central, Chicago Cubs and White Sox Central, Chicago Blackhawks Central. We got you covered on Chicago sports. We are the Chi-Town Sports Central Network. That's where that comes from. We cover all of them. We still looking to start a Chicago Fire podcast. We got to find hosts for that. So there you go on that one. Quentin from Let's Talk Bulls says, wait, why didn't it come up? See? Restream be tripping. What's up, bro? Excited to see how Zach meshes with the new offense. We should have plenty of talk about this weekend. Absolutely, we need to get to work on Sunday too, Quentin. We got to get to work on Sunday. I know I haven't been able to respond to your message. This week has been hell with work specifically. I got you though. Pops, my dad's in the building. Says, come on, Zach. Shout out to you, Pops. Glad to have. Listen, my dad ain't been showing me as much love lately. He ain't been watching the show as much. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Y'all, I have the most supportive father in the world, but he ain't been watching me. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. I feel a little way. My feelings hurt. No, I'm just messing with my dad, even though my dad's probably like, shut up, Cord. What up, Haize? Let's get this dub. This is a game we should win, but you know this team. And also, we can judge Zach based off his effort to play the new era Bulls basketball. See red, let's go. Great points. I would say don't judge it off this one game yet. Don't judge it too much off this one game, but I get what you're coming at. Haize, are you concerned that we have to bring our 2 stars out just to beat the Hornets? It would be nice if we had a deep team that we didn't need to rush these guys. Juan, I swear, Juan Miller, I love you. You support the channel, but sometimes I feel like you always take the negative angle. Who rushed anybody? If you've been paying attention to the Chicago Bulls, they've been going slow with this. They only clear their thing. Nobody's rushing them to beat the Hornets. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, I love you, Juan. Don't mean any disrespect by this, but that comment towards the end, I hope that was hyperbole, because saying that we need to bring out our stars to beat the Hornets, come on, bro. Ain't nobody rushed them back. What are we talking about, bro? You got to chill on that one. Would you expect Melo to re-sign with Charlotte at the end of this contract? I feel like a lot of teams will pay to get him besides he's always hurt. Didn't he sign a contract extension? Didn't LaMelo sign a contract extension recently? Yeah, he just signed a 5-year contract extension. That man ain't gonna be a free agent anytime soon, brother. So there you go. You ain't got to worry about LaMelo Ball. He just signed a contract extension this past summer. He is locked in into the 2028-29 season. So that he ain't going nowhere. He ain't hitting the open market anytime soon, man. Okay, bro, where you get that jumper? I want it. This is a Pro Standard hoodie. So just go to prostandard.com. And it's literally a great, comfortable hoodie. It's nice and thick too, like I like my women. But yeah. My woman. Let me correct that before I get cursed out. But cannot wait for today's game. Optimistic and probably the most excited I've been for a game this season. Just simply on the Zach and Vooch editions after the last three probably is why. Hey, I can understand that, Ryan. I definitely can understand where you're coming from with that one, brother. Chicago 2390 says, what's up? What's going on, brother? Glad to have you here as well. Let's see what else we got. Dolo in the building says, what's up, Haize? New here. What's up, Dolo? Glad to have you in the building, man. Hopefully you enjoy the content. Only channel that drops daily Chicago Bulls content. The live streams are a little bit different. If you want to see kind of the vibe of the channel, usually day to day, go to one of the pre-recorded videos I dropped every single day, 7 days a week. But I appreciate you. Hopefully you stay here and you feel like you should go ahead and subscribe to the channel, brother. I love my Bulls, but if I have another player airball twice in one game, get Carter off this team. That is hilarious. Javon Carter, man, that I was so wrong on Javon Carter. Kobe game is growing fast, and he's driving to the cup more. I like that dunk. Yeah, he's learning how to get to the rim. He's also learning how to get to the free throw line, and those are two things that really help extend a player's game. Is if you can get to the rim and you can get to the free throw line with frequency. That's like we've seen it with DeMar, right? One of the reasons why DeMar is so dangerous, especially in fourth quarter and clutch scenarios, is that he knows how to get to the free throw line, even if he doesn't hit that shot. And a lot of times he doesn't even have to be open to hit that shot. How many times have you guys seen DeMar DeRozan take a shot? He'd be like, no, oh, it went in. Like that happens to me probably about 4 times a game. I'm just going to hold myself accountable. There are about 4 times a game I'm watching DeMar shoot. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, never mind, it went in. And it goes in nothing but net too. So I'm just sitting there looking stupid like, what we doing? What we doing? Yes, and we do live streams at halftime and live post-game shows. So on game days, you get 4 episodes from me a day on game days, just about. Haize, you reckon you'll ever do a full game watch along? I know you're one passionate motherfucker. No. Listen, people ask me that all the time. No, no, I'm not doing it. Only because I don't just sit back and watch the game. Like, I wouldn't be able to give an analysis. Like, I'm too passionate. The time that I called, that just because I started the post-game show early because we were in overtime and Alex Caruso hit that game winner, I damn near lost my shit. And I'm too frustrated when we lose. There's no way I'll do it. I'll get canceled. Just the language alone, I get canceled. As I mentioned on my Whole Lot of Bull account on Twitter, part of having takes is admitting when you're wrong. I was so damn wrong on Carter. Facts. Like, I hate content creators that say stuff and then can't admit when they were wrong. I was wrong on Javon Carter. One, I thought he would compete for the starting point guard. Was wrong on that. And then I thought even if he didn't get the starting point guard role, he was going to be a really good defender and shooter for us off the bench. He can't even pass. I didn't even think about worrying if he was going to be able to pass the ball or not. Javon Carter can't even pass. It's like the dude lost his eyesight in an offseason. You can't shoot. You can't pass. You can't defend. You're barely a basketball player. You're barely a basketball player at the time. And somebody said in the comments, are like, well, he does so much that's unseen. He's motivating. He uplifts the team. That's cool. If we needed a damn motivator, we can sign a motivational speaker to come in here and help people. We can do that. That's much less than $6 million a year we're paying Javon Carter. Hey, man, if we're paying this man $6 million a year to be a motivator in the locker room, he ain't Udonis Haslem, bro. Let's hope Zach draws some defensive focus away from Kobe, and Kobe can go off tonight. Huh? What's up? Come here. You know what you got to do since you're coming down here interrupting my stream, right, son? Come here.
It's making this sound.
What is this? What is this too?
No, this is from the plane.
This is for the plane? Why are you playing the toy plane in the house?
I did it.
No, why'd you step back when I asked you that? Don't play the toy plane in the house, son. I'll take you outside to play it tomorrow, okay? All right, we'll fly the plane tomorrow, I promise you.
I don't know how to.
Now you got to give me a hug, and you got to say hi to the people.
I don't know how to turn it.
Say hi.
Hi.
All right. I love you.
That's it.
All right. Wholesome moment of the night. Yeah, my first video was about JC and thinking he was a great pickup. LOL, I was extremely wrong. Extremely wrong. Like it's just he fooled a lot of us. He fooled a lot of us. Will Hess says you should do a midseason grade for each player in a few weeks if you got time. Oh, that content's already planned, bro. Absolutely. I do that every year. I got you. What's up, Haize? I don't know if you covered it on NBA Central yet, but what's up with the Warriors? We have not. We actually were just texting in our group chat about doing an episode about that, so that may be coming down the pipeline. Usually the Hornets win one of these games per season against the Bulls. Hopefully these back-to-backs are not the case. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Laugh myself. You should see Haize and Chicago Bears Central live. See, and I barely come in those. I only usually come in those at halftime, and I still be tripping. Rondo 2 Raw says, yo, what's good, Bulls Nation? What's going on? We got Cornelius in the building. What's good, Haize? Let's see what Zach can do. I can't wait to see him in this offense. Hey, I mean, let's hope that it works out. He motivates. We could have kept Pat Bev for that. Hey, listen, the thing that he's motivating the most, hopefully he's motivating the players by saying, hey, I don't want to play like that dude. Like, I don't want to airball. Like, let's make sure that we're shooting better than Javon Carter. I was imagining Javon Carter picking up players full court like Dana Evans does for the Chicago Sky. Dana Evans is great at that for the Chicago Sky. Great at that for the Chicago Sky. What's good, Haize? Hope you had a great day, and let's get this W. Absolutely. You already know what it is. Chrissy says, there you go. You already know. Like, come on. Hey, Lil Haize be tripping, man. I thought he was going to leave you hanging. Hey, listen, I tell you what, it's a very humbling place when you get into when your son that literally used to love just being under you, like, don't want to deal with you. Like, he has his days where it's like, I'd be like, hey, can I get a hug? He'd be looking at me like, well, I'm hugging you. Like, what are we doing? I'm playing Roblox, bro. Leave me alone. Like, it's humbling, man. It's humbling. I can tell you that, man. Vaughn says, can't believe it's a possibility we get CP3 for LaVine, Kuminga, and Moody both better be included. Listen, I don't want no part of that. I'm telling you, I don't know why Bulls fans see, like, somebody tagged me in something on Twitter today before I started this live stream. Like, oh, we can get CP. Why the fuck would you want CP3 in the year of our Lord 2024? What? What are we talking about? We getting excited about CP3 in 2024? Like, what has happened? This can't be life. This can't be life. Why'd you step back when I asked you that? Words don't want to hear from your pops. Hey, that's funny. Oh, man, that's funny. Shauner says, Javon Carter be telling folks, you better than me, you better than me. That's hilarious. That's funny. Get them likes up, people. 143, 26 likes. Come on, man. Get the likes up. Listen, hit the goddamn button. Hit the button. Eads Instruments in the building says, sup, Haize? How you doing, man? Glad to see you. I'm mostly okay, bro. I'm doing mostly all right. Excited for this game, that's for sure. I'm excited for CP3, but I'm high on. You didn't have to admit that, bro. You really didn't have to admit that, man. What are we talking about? I'm dead as fuck. What happened? What happened? Shout out to Bulls Daily, bro. I got your voicemails. They'll be on the mailbag tomorrow, too. Hey, man, CP3 not much older than you and I am, man. Listen, that we are regular life old. I'm 37 years old sitting in my studio that I built by myself. That is a very different and tall order for me trying to get my old fat ass on a goddamn basketball court to guard somebody. Like, that's very different. Very different, bro. Very different. So when Lonzo coming back? Probably about 2 years after Jesus come home. Probably about that. It's probably the next time we'll see Lonzo Ball on a basketball court. The only way CP should come to this city is to coach Little League because we got point guards already. That's funny. That's funny. Jared says, smashing that like button for the best Bulls content out there. What is your idea, realistic LaVine trade scenario? Listen, I've gone over so many different trade permutations. I don't care anymore. Just get the best talent that you can get back. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to have a whole checklist because as of right now, with how low they're saying Zach LaVine's trade value is, we probably ain't getting nobody I actually want back. Just get the best deal you can get back. Much like women, how they settle, get the best package you can. That's it. Just get the best package you can. That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Lights not working. No, I just didn't turn them on. Y'all want to get funky in here? Wait a second. Uh-oh. No, let me stop being stupid. There you go. All red. There you go. Is spending tons of money for old, frequently injured players fun for some people in this shell shock post Lonzo fan base? Really? That's like crazy. Could you imagine the money that we got wrapped up in point guards that aren't going to play much if we had CP3 and Lonzo Ball still on the contracts with the Chicago Bulls? What? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Same here. My son just turned 18, and now I'm pops now, no longer dad and daddy. They just grow up and be like, "No, I'm the man now." Until they need money, then you dad. That's funny. That's my oldest is 17, and the dude, like, I can barely get the dude on the phone sometimes, man. Like I call him. We had a brief period of time there. We talked on the phone every day after he got out of school. And then that went from him not calling me, and then I call, he didn't answer. Then he had practice, and then after practice, he would forget to call me after practice because he was too busy focused stuff in his face. It's just, listen, it's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing. But listen, I love my children. Love my children. LaVine for Poole. What? I'd almost rather have CP3. At least his contract's expiring. What are we talking about? You a fossil when the words "get funky" leave your mouth. Did I say get funky? I didn't say get funky. That's crazy though. They said CP3. I'd be killing with him on 2K. Oh. We need to get some shooters. It's hurting us on the offensive end. Well, we got Zach LaVine back, right? So let's see. Well, King say Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, and Mitchell is available, but I don't think we do a trade. Zach, it won't be a team we probably ever think who would want him. That's a hell of a way to word that, but I agree. Like I do think there is a chance that it is going to be somebody out of the box for sure. That was always my personal dating philosophy. Prioritize best packages. It's good life advice. Wow. Archangel, literally, the more and more I learn about Archangel, the more and more I think that, like, we were like separated at birth, like spiritual twins. That's what it was. Spiritual twins. Because, like, Archangel is an asshole, and I love it. I love it. And sometimes she just subtly just sneaks it in there. That's crazy. If the Bulls win tonight and the Hawks Nets lose, will they be in the 9th seed? I have no idea. I haven't looked at that. Probably, because it's so close. We're only a half game back, so probably. I was thinking the Kings were a dark horse team to get LaVine until Torrey Craig got injured. Don't think the Kings trading Barnes if they can't get Craig back because they don't have no depth there. That's a good point. That is a good point. Now, they could be willing to still take Torrey Craig. This isn't 2K. You can still trade players that are injured. It would have the Kings would have to be willing to waive the physical, and they would then have to say, "Hey, Torrey Craig's going to be back by the time we go on our playoff run. We feel that's worth it." So it's not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen it happen before. I just don't know if it's likely, right? What's good, Haize? Quick thought. I'm glad P. Will seems to be turning the corner, but still seems like hesitating taking shots. What do you think? I think there's games where he hesitates taking shots. I think there's usually games where he hasn't shot the ball effectively to start with. We're seeing Patrick Williams can start usually pretty aggressive every game, but if that shot doesn't start falling for him early on, and that's when you start seeing him maybe get out of that. So, but yeah, so that's what I think. But I think overall, like even in one season, expecting a team to go from a player to go from being completely passive, which he has been, to being aggressive every single night just doesn't typically happen like that. So he's making the steps in the right direction. And like I've said it before, this is really a time where he can build off of that, right? So he's laying the foundation and learning, hey, I can be aggressive. This is what I can do, and build off that in the offseason. Come back in the next season, use that as a launching pad. So LaVine for Poole and give him the keys. No, what, Samir? I may put you in timeout just for that. Listen, I love you, Samir. I love you. But you have to stop sniffing cocaine off the dumpster, bro. Like you're using dumpster cocaine, bro. Like, what we doing here, man? You got to chill, bro. You got to chill, man. You have to chill. Now watch that be the trade that ends up happening. If the Bulls win tonight and the Hawks Nets lose, will they be the Knights? You already asked that, Sydney. Why do you do that? I'm your perfect astrological match, Haize. So that's funny. That's funny. I meant friend. We're both wife manned up. First of all, you don't know what I'm doing in my life. I'm out here. I got a harem of midget whores just hanging around at any point. Let me stop playing. I'm just joking. I'm just playing. Wait a second. What's she doing? She right there. It's a midget. She's little. She's like 3.5 feet tall. Like, it is what it is. Spicy Butter says, what's good, little bro? I'm extremely happy to see Flight 8 come back. I never give up on my Bulls players. I mean, listen, nobody, like, you don't have to give up on them, right? And I mean, you should want, as long as Zach LaVine is in the Bulls jersey, I want him to play well. That's it. As long as Zach LaVine is in the Bulls jersey, I want him to play well. Zach is probably, honestly, one of those players that even if he does end up leaving the Bulls, I'm still going to root for him. I still want to see him have success, just not against the Bulls, right? It's not against the Bulls, but otherwise, I would love to see Zach LaVine go somewhere and have a successful second half of his career. Would love that. Cornelius laughing. Certification Poppy says midget strip clubs are really underrated. I don't think I ever needed to know that. Don't think I needed to know that, bro. That is officially, you have crossed the barrier of TM motherfucking I. First of all, why are you going to me? Wait a second. Does JDH go with you? Because if that's the case, I got even more concerns. You going to midget strip clubs with JDH? JDH also eating? Never mind. Let me stop. I'm trying to clean up the streams. I'm trying to clean up the streams. For it says, excited for this game. Let's go, Chicago. Completely agree with you. Haize said he liked to keep it below the weight. Whoa, listen. Don't make those type of jokes that may be taken out of context. Hot take, Zach lit a fire under his light-skinned ass and get us to the 7th seed. Then he'll want to stay here in Chicago. I mean, I don't think that's likely, but we'll see. Midgets belong under the table, getting busy, not visible at the strip. What are we talking about? Here? Let's get off the midgets, man. LaVine for Simmons and give him a career research. Samir, listen. Go ahead and take this time out, bro. You got to take the time out. Think about what you want to do. Review your life's choices and make better decisions, Samir. Make better decisions. We want better for you. Bro was about to say they be eating No, that's not what I was about to say. See, you don't know, you MCCs, you got to know the JDH joke, because you got to know what JDH got mud tongue. We're not talking anyway. Hey, Samir got to go in time. Oh yeah, I just had to put him in timeout. Really got to put him in timeout. Like, you got to chill a little bit on that. Did Drummond prove he's better backup only, but that he deserves more minutes? Yeah, I think that's a fair statement. Like, and the thing is, I've always play Drummond more minutes when he's playing well. But he's not always going to play well. You can't come into every game and say, we're for sure getting 22 minutes out of Andre Drummond, because Andre Drummond be getting a tripping sometimes, man. No wonder why they were short on Oompa Loompas for the new Willy Wonka movie. Hey, that's funny. Lonzo Ball return will solve everything. Don't trade nobody. And Walter Payton coming back will solve everything for the Chicago Bears as well, but it's not happening. Mud tongue, not the chili ring. The chili ring? At DJ Hell, no, I'm at least 2 feet taller than everybody in there. That's funny. So you have a height complex? That's what you're telling us? You just want to make sure you're the tallest person in the room? That's what it is? I mean, hey, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Still no starting lineups out. We're waiting for it. Mud tongue C-Dub. Let's keep it going. Big Disciple. says most of these fans are crazy heads. I see that's very accurate. I hope back on saw the Lonzo comment. I hop back on saw the Lonzo comment and now I must leave again. Hey, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. People are really like anyway. Oh, that's crazy. That's just wild. Haize, do you think the Bulls can make the top 8, or do you see the play-in tournament for us? I mean, listen, here's the thing. I do think that there are aspects of the Chicago Bulls play, and considering where the Eastern Conference is, that you can make that conversation. I think that if Zach LaVine comes back locked in and works for this team and stays with us for the whole season, definitely an 8 seed is possible. I think that if we play the way that we were playing, that we still trade Zach LaVine and we get some really solid pieces that can add depth to this roster where we need it and some shooting, yeah, I think it is. So, I definitely think that there's a chance that we can make it into the top 8. But I'm not saying it's likely yet. I need to see still a larger sample size. Let's see how we make it out of January. But I do think that that's a possibility. Alex R says, Bulls Nation, we got most of the squad back. I could see some chemistry issues since it's been a while for Zach, but I think he's coming back to set a statement. Hey, let's hope so. And hopefully it's a good statement. Dennis with the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Says, great comments, chat. Go Bulls. My sis is a Pacers fan, and I get pissed every once in a while because she says, why did y'all skip on Tyrese Halliburton? And watching him this year, I think the same thing. Damn. I mean, listen, it'd be different if the Bulls were the only ones. Like if he was picked like one spot underneath the Bulls, then maybe I'd say something like that. But at the end of the day, man, I look at it and say, it is what it is, man. You're not going to get all of them right. It's apologize, man. Yeah, well, I apologize. What the fuck I'm apologizing for? I ain't draft the motherfucker, but you get some right, you get some wrong, man. Alonzo Ball information on getting back to join this team is sending people into a depressed state of mind. That's a fact. That's fact. Delbert says, not gonna lie, Zach might make me eat my words. LOL, I'm not ready. Now, all jokes aside, this may be the most interesting game of the season, and that's saying something. Agree with you there, brother. Sydney says, I have to ask, and don't light me up, why do you want the best for Zach? He requested a trade on people who loved him here in Chicago. Why not be bitter about him? Why be bitter? Like, the fact of the matter is this team is like, and I've said this before, I can understand it from both the organization and the Zach LaVine side. Zach LaVine is 30 now, or he's about to be 30. That's when you starting to feel your mortality in the NBA. And this team has not been a team that's anywhere close to competing for a title. And so when you look at it, I would want to be the best at my job. And if I had an opportunity to join a team and reach the pinnacle of whatever I do in life, I'm going to do that, right? And so that's why I don't hate Zach LaVine. Like, he was miscast as a number one here. That wasn't on him. That was on the franchise. They couldn't get somebody as good or better in him as him. And then when we did build out the team that was working, Lonzo went down. We haven't recovered well from it. And when you're looking at your NBA career and thinking, this may be the last deal I get, there's something to be said about wanting that time to be spent competing for titles. And so I'm not mad. I can't be mad at Zach. I can be mad at the way he played after the trade news came out, because I feel like he quit on the team. But as far as wanting to go to a better situation, hell, I've been frustrated with the Bulls situation. Like, you think I can't understand a player being upset with it? That's the way I look at it personally. I know some people really hold it personally, and I can't say nothing to them, but that's just not how I look at it. Bulls for Life says, honestly, I'm not looking forward to this game. Not due to it being easy or difficult. I just don't care about it. Been feeling some shit for a few days. Hey, I mean, I can't blame you for that. NBC Sports Chicago just said Zach and Vooch return to the lineup. Don't know if that means starting. No, they've already said they're coming off the bench. They're coming off the bench, and they have a 25 to 30 minutes restriction, which is not really a restriction, but they're coming off the bench. Davin in the building says, if Zach work out better with the second unit, maybe that's where he belongs. Run that shit until it fails. I mean, I highly doubt, right? I'm not going to say anything's outside the realm of possibility, but I highly doubt they're going to be bringing a $40 million player off the bench when he's fully healthy and they know that his timing and everything's back. I just don't see that happening, but hey, we'll see. Alex R says, hopefully with Zach back, Kobe will get more open shots since the defense will have to adjust to Zach as well. That's the goal. I mean, that's the best optimal version of all this working together. I catch myself doing that as well, to apologizing over Acme mistakes. I mean, listen, I got to stop. Like, I'm so ingrained in this team that sometimes I feel like I got to I gotta apologize for shit that the team does, but they ain't paying me yet. If Zach isn't catching and shooting or cutting to the basket, get him out of there. I disagree. There's still some other things Zach needs to be doing, but I do think that at least initially, yeah, that's definitely what you want to see from him. DeMar proving that he can probably fit for any team. No matter what state or roster is, he molds to what we need. Not perfect, but pretty damn malleable. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's adapted really damn well. Really damn well. A little rough there at first, but he's adapted really damn well. I seen some traction for DeMar to the Knicks, but man, I don't know. There are always trade rumors. You can't always believe the trade rumors. Bulls fans say that AK has done nothing, but he did a lot to build a team. He just has not recovered from the adversity. Well, agreed. Like that first version of the team that he built was working. And like I said, it's easy to paint it now and say, well, you haven't done much. Like he didn't adjust to the plane, didn't call the audible very well. But imagine had Lonzo never went down, right? I'm not saying that this Bulls team would have been a contender, but if he never went down, the last three now off seasons, right, or two off seasons would have been fixing the holes that team had. Like imagine if Lonzo was still healthy and we signed Andre Drummond last offseason like we did. Look at what Lonzo Ball did with Derrick Jones Jr. in a pick and roll. Imagine with Andre Drummond in that pick and roll, right? So it's easy. You can look at ways like how the plan had Zoe come back would have been different, but you got to call the audible once you realize it. And so, luckily now Kobe's really ascended, right? Archangel says, "Oh, Lonzo's coming back in his contract year, doing awesome. We are renewing him, and then he will request a trade because Clutch Sports." That's actually pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. Let's see. Let's be real. If Zach drops 59 tonight, we're all changing our takes instantly. Haha, yeah. See you on the post. I wouldn't. I've never been somebody who's swayed by one game. I watch too much basketball for one game to sway me. Now, if he comes back and averages 50 over 4 games, all right, then we may be able to talk. But one game isn't really going to do that. Simba says, "I'm a Lonzo believer. I definitely believe that this team would have been top 5 seed in the East every other year." Now that top 5 is reasonable. That's not some. So some people, like, I even got a voicemail was like, this team would be a championship contender. It's like, I don't know about that one. But saying the top 5 seed with the way that they were progressing, things like that. And keep in mind, we never really got to see Lonzo and Patrick Williams out there either and what they could do defensively, right? So it's unfortunate, man. But hey. Jake Henry says there's pressure on Vooch from Drummond and pressure on Zach from Kobe. Hopefully that's motivation. There's no pressure on Vooch from Drummond. Zero. There's not a single bit of pressure. Not a single bit of it. When Vooch is fully healthy and back in rhythm, he's the starting center. There's zero pressure on Drummond to take Vooch's starting position. Zero. None. And there's no pressure from Kobe. Kobe's a point guard. There's no pressure on Zach from Kobe. Play completely different positions. So, no. There's that. I don't agree. I get what you're getting at, but I disagree with you. I understand, but I don't agree. If that makes sense, right? If that makes sense. I like to see Zach do well just to draw heat off Kobe and Kobe go off tonight. I mean, listen, he's coming off the bench, so I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen. The only thing changing my mind is Zach averaging 28, 8 assists the next month or so. The issue isn't his scoring. The issue is his team play. That's a great point. Great point from Quentin there. Listen, them gigolos be making some points sometimes, man. Gigolos be making some points. Whoa! Dalen Terry starting today. The Bulls just announced on their Twitter that Dalen Terry will get his first official start tonight against Charlotte. What? Dalen Terry starting tonight? What is life? What is happening? Dalen Terry starting. Please tell me they're trolling. I mean, shout out to Dalen. Dalen Terry starting tonight. That's banana. I'm gonna put it on the screen so y'all know I'm not capping on y'all. This is crazy. The official Bulls Twitter, unless they got hacked. I don't know if I zoom in, will it work? Oh, wait. Dalen Terry is starting tonight. Dalen Terry is getting his first official start tonight. What is life right now? That's wild. That's bananas. What are we talking about? That's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy. I don't people know I don't get shocked very often. There's very little that the Chicago Bulls have done to shock me the last few years. But Dalen Terry getting the start, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wild, fam. That is crazy. Pat gotta be out, right? Now I really need them to announce the starting lineup. Because what are we doing? Dalen Terry's getting the start, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Dalen Terry, man. That's crazy, man. Patrick Williams is out tonight. Is that what they've announced? Let's see. They haven't announced it on the Bulls Twitter. But you're starting Dalen Terry at the 4 instead of Julian Phillips? This is just know we're seeing a lot of Alex Caruso at the 4 tonight, y'all. Bull starters. Dalen Terry, DeMar DeRozan, Andre Drummond, Ayo Dosunmu, and Kobe White. Caruso's out and Patrick Williams are out tonight. Things just got interesting. Alex Caruso and Patrick Williams are out. So Dalen Terry and Ayo Dosunmu are starting. Dalen Terry is starting at the 4. I want to repeat this. I want to make sure everybody realizes this for the people that are saying like, oh, Patrick Williams needs to move back to the 3. It's never happening. Dalen Terry is our starting power forward tonight. Y'all gonna bet over-unders on Dalen Terry. That's crazy. That's wild, man. Talk about interesting. That's crazy. Dalen Terry is starting his first NBA game today. What is life right now? That's crazy. Imagine being Javon Carter and they being like, hey, man, we're going to start Dalen Terry over you. That's crazy. That's wild, bro. Hey, man, that is crazy. That's wild. That's funny. Billy Donovan, man. That's all I can say. Dalen Terry. Now watch Dalen actually play a really good game today. But that probably means that Julian Phillips or Adama Sanogo are getting some type of minutes, right? Yeah, I know we bringing Zach back. We brought Vooch back, but you still got to, at some, like, that's crazy. That's wild. That's, hey, man. I did not expect that at all. That just completely caught me off guard. I'm not even going to hold you. That completely caught me off guard. Dalen Terry starting, and starting at the 4? I mean, it's against the Hornets, right? So, I mean, it's the Hornets. So I guess if you're going to get a little crazy, you might as well get a little crazy, right? But Dalen Terry starting today. That's, hey, man, listen. It's been 2024 is off to a wild start. Cat Williams, the woman who had her husband kill her mama, the dude who jumped over the damn judge thing and attacked the judge, Dalen Terry starting at the power forward position in 2024. What is life right now? What is going on? The police officer who got shot by his mistress that because he was cheating on his wife and she shot him and his wife. It's been a wild year in 2024 already. We're 5 days into the year and this stuff has happened. This is crazy right now. This is crazy. That's funny. That is. Hey, man, that's wild right now. What is life, yo? That's crazy. Man. We're getting to take a look at the Bulls' future. Dalen Terry, man, that's funny. Cornelia says, shouts out to Billy D. I respect it. Y'all can't say he doesn't play the young kids anymore. That's funny. He said, oh, y'all said I don't play the young people? All young people going for it. All young people. That's crazy. That's That's wild, man. Kat said Wild Magic is the real deal. DT, let's go. That's funny, man. I'm calling it DT for go for 17 points tonight. Hey, listen. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. You guys know I like to lay down my bets. If Dalen Terry, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. If Dalen Terry scores in double digits tonight on the post-game show, I'm taking 3 shots of Hennessy Pure White back to back to back. If Dalen Terry scores in double digits tonight, 3 shots of Hennessy Pure White back to back to back. That's what I got for y'all. If DT scores double-digit points today, I am taking 3 shots of Hennessy back to back to back to start off the live stream. So y'all hold me accountable for that. Y'all hold me accountable for that. That's crazy, man. 2024 is off to a wild start, yo. Off to a wild start. That's crazy. That's wild, man. Man, that's crazy. If Dalen scores 20, you got. I'm not saying 6. I'll take 4. 6, hell no, bro. You're like you. Why do you want to see me slumped? The saddest part about the Vooch injury was Sanogo not getting meaningful minutes. I mean, I told y'all not to expect it. I literally told you guys not to expect it. Get ready to shoot up, Haize. That's funny. Hey, use that phrase "shoot up." That's for TBO, not for me. You're gonna be sober as hell. I feel pretty confident in that, man. Haize gonna be slumped. I'm telling y'all, it'll be worth it. If Dalen Terry scores in double digits, it'll be worth every shot, bro. Every single shot. But y'all also got to super chat me for each shot that I do in a row. How about that? I'm gonna pull some Bears now. Shit on y'all. I'm just playing. I never do that. Never do that. You playing a bowl game with that bet, especially the way Kobe, Io, and DT play in transition. I'm telling you, hey, that's why I say I'm not saying that it's an easy bet. I just feel confident about it. You think Dalen Terry fouls out tonight? No, I don't think he's gonna foul out. I don't think he's gonna foul out. That's crazy. Shout out to Dalen Terry, man, for getting his first NBA start. That's crazy. We went from Dalen Terry not playing and seeing the court to he's a starter. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Dalen fucking Terry, man. Shout out to Dalen. That's crazy. That's crazy. You sounded like my Mitchell Renz Raiders report. If he score a 20, you have to do a boot drinking boot. You have to do a boot drinking boot. Have you ever done one? No, come on, bro. No, I'm not drinking out no goddamn boot. Yeah. I mean, I know they make the actual boots made to drink out of. If I'm gonna take a beer, I'm just gonna drink the beer, bro. That is what it is. Terry gonna go for a big score just to mess you. I'm telling. Listen, all right. So here's the rules. We're laying it out. If Dalen Terry scores double-digit points, I'm doing 3 shots of Henny live on air, back to back to back. If he scores 20 points, I'll do 4 shots of Henny. If he gets a double-double, I'll do 5 shots. That's how it works. That's how it works. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like I'm gonna be pretty sober. I feel confident saying I'm gonna be pretty sober, but we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen, man. That's crazy. That Dalen Terry got the start. That's wild, man. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's interesting. That is an interesting one there. Dalen Terry getting the start. Shout out to DT. What happens if he hits a game winner? Nothing. I'm not nothing. This is a home game too, so you're going to be in the big presentation. That's true too. That's crazy. That's crazy. Haize put in his liver where his mouth is. That's funny. Hey, listen, I feel confident I'm going to be pretty sober today. Feel confident I'm going to be pretty sober today. Benji in the building says, do a bottle if Terry gets ejaculate. Whoa. Why'd you go with that bar? Why'd you go on that bar? That's crazy. Dear Heavenly Father, I know you don't promote drunkenness, but can Haize get just a little tipsy tonight? That's hilarious. That is fun. That's crazy. Talk about things I didn't have on my bingo card. Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Dalen Terry. So technically, Dalen Terry starting at the 3. They're starting DeMar DeRozan at the 4. So there you go. They're starting DT at the 3. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, that's wild. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end the stream, man. I love you guys, man. I'll be back at halftime, man. Love you guys. Go Bulls, see red, all that good stuff. And you maybe just be seeing me drink tonight. Love you guys, man.